My life is a collection of short and grand adventures. Ones, I think, are worth addressing today. Even though it might seem that my life has been short, it having only been 18 years, upon reminiscing that I find each year is compacted with a considerably great amount of events. They have been both peculiar, and as the Ali G would quote, mighty wicked. There's only one way to begin such a story, from the beginning. How far back must we go, you might ask? Way back. The womb was warm. The moment I arose from darkness, there was light, a blinding light. I didn't know who I was, where I was, or what I was. Not until a man lifted me into the air and said, I am your father. It was a moment just like many others, a moment exclusive to the life of a hero, a protagonist. Later, the world would look back onto this isolated instant and declare it was the birth of a man above all men. It was a small town I was born in, Greenbow, Alabama, where the skies weren't so blue. Ill-stricken by polio, I was forced to wear metal braces on my legs. This prohibited me from playing with other kids. One day, walking home from school with Taya, a group of bullies attacked us from behind. They didn't want anything to do with Taya. They knew I was special, really special. Taya screamed, "Run, Ryan, run!" Now, I never done running before, but the moment I got going, the braces began to break away. I was free. Mama used to always say that life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. And boy, oh boy, I sure as heck didn't know what amazing things were coming my way. High school rolled around, and due to some financial issues, I had to stop attending school. As a result of these financial delinquencies, I became a janitor at the most prestigious school in the country, Harvard. I remember walking through the halls, mopping the floors. It was a tiresome job, but the easiest one I could pick up. It gave me time to study Kant, Shakespeare, the Fibonacci sequence. You name it, I studied it. How about them apples? As I was walking in the math department, I would see some of the most complex equations on whiteboards, unfinished equations, impossible equations, equations that not even Miss Cassis could figure out. I finished them. Not until today did anyone know about this story or even watch it on the big screen. The government wanted to hire me. I turned them down. Obama needed certain equations to be solved so as to blow up the Death Star and gain order of the empire. But I had a pretty lady to attend to. Her name was Snea Nair. You know, after these adventures, I was occupied with menial tasks like saving Syrian refugees, providing food to many developing countries, and winning many World Cups without tying. This has been my life. I'm practically the living Dos Equis guy.
Right! None of what you have said is true.
You're right, Thierry DeVoe. None of what I said is true at all. The truth? You want to know the truth? I'm like anybody else here. I'm just as much like Michael Hanano, or Elon, or Jonah Hurney, or even on my good days, Chanity. I'm human, and so are all of you. We are continually sold and have these nice little narratives like Good Will Hunting, Forrest Gump or Star Wars shoved down our throats and seared into our minds. We'd all like to accomplish great things, things and realizations that these characters have. But I'm not Good Will Hunting or Luke Skywalker. I'm an 18-year-old who doesn't have any clue about what I want to do with my life. I am Mari Camacho. Oh, no, sorry, wait. I'm Ryan Cohen. But the one thing HPA has taught me, and I now know for certain, is that it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice, to do the little things. When a boarder is having a bad day, go out and buy them a liter of Diet Coke. You're welcome, Ashlyn. When someone is standing on the bus headed to Waimea at 6 in the morning, offer to share your seat. There's room. Don't lie. You don't have to wait for the big opportunities to come knocking on your door, because they won't come. The good life is a series of small gestures filled with kindness and respect. When my brother read this speech, he looked at me puzzled and asked me why I wasn't going to tell you about something important that I did in my life or something amazing that I did. It's not because nothing happened, but rather because what happened isn't something that you, one, haven't heard before, or two, find serious or genuine. These ladies and gentlemen, are the words of the year. Take these words and apply it to every aspect of your life, one grossly insignificant step at a time. It's not that hard to do, but it is a little hard to spell. Thank you.